Welcome back. It is November 8th. It is election day. A lot of places are closed. The schools are closed. I don't know. It's a weird date. People don't get up. This is the one holiday that people don't get off every time, but it's like every other year or every fourth year, something like that. But anyway, I think it is one of the most important dates. All of the dates that we would set up as holidays have to be important for some reason. But this is where you, as a democracy, you really get to weigh in on what is important to you. In our day and age, in 2022, I truly believe that there is a lot more of just thinking about what party I belong to. I would ask you, that's dangerous even within your party, whichever party you're from. You really need to do a little bit of homework. See who fits your personality, what you would want to see in your community, what you would want to see in your state, and what you would want to see in your nation. And I'm certainly not the the person that has always got the right answers. But I can tell you, in 52 years, I've never voted straight party. I go through, if I'm going to stand in line, I'm going to go through and vote for the person. And it's not, and I don't mean to say that any particular person is going to be perfect. You're never going to get somebody that 100% agrees with you. But you will find, if all you do is watch TV ads, you will find that the person that is putting out those ads is wanting to appeal to that sense. And you may not be able to trust those ads completely. Politicians have been known to story at times. And you really need to do a little bit of research to see does this person fit what I think should be there. Also, not just on the person themselves, but on the position that they seek. Of course, today we are voting on senators, we're voting on state senate, we're voting on federal senate, we're voting on federal house members, state house members. We're voting on, county council's not going this time. But some places are voting for sheriff, and locally we're voting for solicitor. Thank goodness I get to run unopposed this time, but you'll get to see my name on the ballot. But as solicitor, I bet you, if you haven't lived here for 20 or 30 years, you may not know what a solicitor is. Actually, earlier this year, I had opposition, and at that point, one of the things that was said to me was most of the people that live in Horry County and northern Georgetown County don't even know what a solicitor is. Because and I don't blame you for that, we're the only state that really holds on to that title. 49 other states have taken to calling this position district attorney or prosecuting attorney. But it's the same thing. It's an elected position. We, in South Carolina, break our solicitors, our district attorneys, into 16 different divisions, and that's based on population. So we've got a really big county in Horry County, population-wise, and a higher than medium county in Georgetown County. So we've got two. But where you hear about the Murdoch stuff in Jasper and Beaufort, Collington, they've got 5 counties for one solicitor. Richland, which is Columbia and Kershaw, are together. Pickens and Greenville are together. That's a small county and a big county. But we've got a big county and a higher than medium-sized county in population. And right to our west would be Florence and Marion. They're together. But a lot of times there's only one with 5 counties. and that's down in the Low Country. But Charleston and Berkeley are together. Anyway, each of those groups will come together and elect the solicitor for that area. I have been the solicitor for Horry and Georgetown since the end of 2012, when Greg Hembry went on to become our state senator. And Nikki Haley had me to fill the unexpired term of Senator Hembry, and I have been the solicitor ever since. So it comes up every 4 years. I'm the 8th solicitor for our area. This term as prosecuting attorney or district attorney has been around since the 1700s, when we established the role of solicitor. But there's only been 8 in Horry and Georgetown, because we were at one time lumped in with Florence and Marion. But I think way back in the 30s, our population had grown to a point where we were self-sufficient to put Horry and Georgetown together. So since maybe 1931, 1932, that was our first solicitor for our area. We've had a lot of really, really good solicitors, great solicitors statewide for our area. Had Jim Dunn, and if you've been here any amount of time at all, you have heard of how brilliant Solicitor Dunn was back in the 80s and 90s. He is passed on now, but he was a fantastic solicitor, did a lot of death penalty cases. We had South Carolina's first black solicitor, Ralph Wilson, in the late 80s. Ralph was throughout the 90s until 1998. And he's still around. He's still a practicing attorney. He does a great job. And then Greg Hembry started in 1998 and was solicitor until 2012. So we've had some really good ones. I just counted a credit to be named with some of those guys. It has been a phenomenal honor for me, the honor of my life. I've been with the office since Ralph was the solicitor in the late 90s, and this is just to be able to give back to the community and be able to come to work every day and enjoy what I do and try to make a difference. It has just been the honor of my life, and I thank you for allowing me to serve in this capacity. But other people are more interested in other positions, school board, county administrators. All of those guys work, and all of those guys should represent their community. And I hope that I represent you and do the will of the people in upholding justice and upholding the very idea of justice, where bad people are punished as a deterrent to other bad people. Good people are protected. The laws that are passed by legislators in Columbia are upheld. And I hope to come to work every day and represent you in that way. And I hope that you will not just look at this as a vacation, but if you get to see this before the polls close, I think they close at 7. Go out, but before you do a little bit of research. Figure out if this person is representing what I represent or what I want represented, and don't just rely on television commercials or how many signs you see. Do a little digging, figure out who you're voting for, and then go out and vote. It's important. So thank you guys. We are in court this week, and we will be ready to update you with some of the trials that have started and finished this week. We just had one to plead on the trial roster yesterday, but we'll cover all of those at our next event. Thank you again, and go out and vote.